Hi, welcome back with Coffee with Scott. We got Scott here, and we're going to be talking about how to build credibility. My name's Ashley. I just am a recent new hire, and we're going to talk about specifically early career and how to build credibility, right? So I'll ask you the first question. What are some key attributes that you look for when you're looking for new hires specifically?
Yeah, sure. Welcome to the team, Ashley. We're very glad you're here. Of course, we found Ashley through the summer internship program last
Yes.
year, and as soon as she graduated from Baylor, Sikkim Bears, we scooped her up and brought her on board. So we're very glad you're here.
Thank
Um,
you.
I think the process of finding the talent. I mean, we've had a good success with our internship program.
Yeah.
As we've talked about before, our industry is graying. The average age of an advisor in our business is 57, 58 years old.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be this generational transfer of wealth as the baby boomer generation expires and they pass along their accumulated savings to their heirs. And so, we're constantly thinking about how does that translate into our business, right? And
Right.
our rep force is no different from the rest. And so the idea of finding younger talent to come in and grow and work under our more seasoned advisors, and then eventually, finding a way to transition that book of business
Yeah.
is something that's very important to us.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Right.
So like what qualities do you guys, look for during that process?
Yeah, well, obviously intelligence, personality. I'll tell you what really
big smile.
big smile, right? What resonates with me more than necessarily the degree program, because you can find successful advisors from any type of discipline,
Right.
from what they studied in school. But really, it's more about just the initiative, and I mean, obviously the blocking and tackling, showing up for work, being on time, being ready to go. That's all basics, which obviously we'd expect from anybody. But really, what I've enjoyed so far about you and Grant, also young on the team, you're able to fill in the gaps from what we are not comfortable with, right? You're much more comfortable in a digital environment using AI tools and things that we're, making funny cat pictures with, but you're actually figuring out how to use it as a real tool that we can use within the business. And so, and beyond that, in all seriousness, just giving you any kind of a project and you're like, your willingness to take it on and say, yes, we'll find a way, we'll do that. And you come back with something that's relevant and spot on many times.
Can you give me kind of an example of what you kind of look for?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, our talent set involves maybe like throwing together things in a PowerPoint presentation. And I know you guys are incorporating other digital tools, Canva to name one, and others. And so when we respond to an RFP or we have a sales presentation, the output that you're providing to us it's next level from what we've done before, and so it's really helping increase the professionalism and the look of the things that we're going to market with.
Right.
The website's all brand new, and
Yeah.
so things like that are what really are making a big impact in the early weeks of your tenure here, right?
Yeah.
So
no, new, youthful thinking, right?
Right.
100%. Well, talking about a little bit about building credibility, right? Coming from college, it's really hard to like come from college and then you're like, okay, I got thrown into the workforce. Like, what do I do now? Like, am I even doing this correctly? And sometimes I like think to myself, like, I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but I'm going to, give it to you. And then you're like, you know what I mean? So how do, as a young professional in my career starting out, Grant, me, anybody watching these videos, how would you say, do you go about it? You were once in my shoes, building that.
Yeah, get exposure to as many parts of the business as you can.
Yeah.
I believe firmly in finding the right people, and then you figure out where the right seat on the bus is for them.
Yeah.
And so, learning all about the compliance side of it, that's so important. The sales side, the customer service side, that's where you're going to spend a lot of time
Yep.
helping our clients. They have needs with their investments, or they're taking a loan, or any number of things that come up as you're already starting to experience. Really just getting as broad of exposure as possible to find out what really resonates with you, because you're going to excel where you have the most passion for.
Right.
You may find that that's in service to others, out in the field. It could be in our execution trading business. There's just a number of different areas where we are growing, and just having that exposure, so you see. And I think that's the benefit of working in a smaller firm, right? Is that you can have exposure to the entire organization, the enterprise,
Right.
rather than being pigeonholed and you're the analyst and this is your job and that's what you're going to do every day.
Oh, I mean, that is what I love about working here, is that I get to experience every aspect of the business, right? And definitely.
You were helping with the mail the other day.
Right?
I mean, so
exactly.
right, you're
literally learning every
right.
aspect from, that I wouldn't have been able to, get just working at one position starting out. So then what's like one final piece of advice that you would give, people my age, coming out of college,
Yeah, just be open to learning, be inquisitive, ask good questions, think it through, study, read. There's a lot of great literature out there, and just be always wanting to be the one to take it on, right? Anything you can do to showcase that I'm here and I deserve this shot to take this responsibility on and help the company grow. Anything you do like that's going to help you out.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. That's what I'm going to be doing for now.
You are, I know. Yeah, you're already doing it.
I've been doing it and we'll continue.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's it for today's Coffee with Scott, and I appreciate you having me, Scott.
Absolutely. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.